So the CBGF offers something pretty unique, I think, to scale up companies in Canada. You know, they're not a VC, they're not going to push to have you sold within 5 to 7 years. They have evergreen capital. They believe in helping companies grow over the long term.
CBGF is quite flexible on deal terms. And as our first external fundraise, a lot of the other firms that we were speaking to had minimum thresholds of something like 15 or 20% ownership.
They don't act like a large institution doing private equity. They move fast, they move quick, and they don't drag small companies like us through the mud.
They have that long-term aligned perspective with the entrepreneur, and they're here to help. They're here to help you. They're not here to take control. They're not here to, force you to do things unnaturally.
They are truly focused on winning and not necessarily being rigid. And I like their flexibility. Throughout the pandemic, they were still writing checks and they were committed to the growing companies.
When I first met with George, he actually took the call from France. He was in Paris. His kids were at Euro Disney, and he took the call from his hotel room at 10 o'clock at night after he put the kids to bed. And that meant a lot to me because I understood this was a family person and also somebody who took the business very seriously and had it in the right priority order.
I thought it was too good to be true because I had been through fundraisers in the past where, where VCs and growth equity people kind of seem nice at first and then, sometimes not so much later on. So I was really skeptical at first, but the more time we spent with Dale, and then really when Kevin, my co-founder, and I flew to Toronto and met with George and the rest of the CBGF team, we felt really confident coming away from that meeting that this was the type of group that really aligned with our own values.
I have to say, in these first 6 months of working with CBGF, they are exactly who they say they are. They are there when you need them. And when they are speaking to you, they are 100% present.
I felt supported by CBGF when revenues decreased significantly at the beginning of COVID, and we developed multiple different strategies to handle the pandemic properly.
CBGF's partnership was of enormous help with our growth strategy, and the number one help was establishing governance protocols.
After the first initial round they led of $40 million, they were instrumental in helping us in our next round where we had a significant valuation lift of raising $120 million.
CBGF helped us put together the structure, the foundations of a good board. And I'm excited to say that we're now a board that's able to bring us past IPO and get us ready for the next stage of our company.
CBGF has introduced us to other large US-based private equity companies with specialty in the area of education technology.
They also supported us in helping us recruit talent to help the growth of the company. CBGF also assisted us in our M&A department.
When we went to exit the business, which closed in 2021, having CBGF at the boardroom table to discuss the alternatives and think through what the right exit process was incredibly useful to us.
CBGF is deeply connected to Canadian industry, and we were able to land a great CFO together. I believe the solid reputation of CBGF was pivotal in accomplishing this goal.
L'équipe CBGF m'a connecté récemment avec un vice-président nord-américain de Uber, un leader mondial en mobilité qui est très bien connu, ce qui m'a permis d'échanger avec eux sur leurs défis et d'explorer une collaboration potentielle dans le futur.
I felt supported by the fund when, on the eve of our closing, I had a death in my family, and the whole team at Canadian Business Growth Fund was so supportive, patient. They sent me cards and flowers. They gave me and my exec team space, and I'll never forget that care that they showed for me as a human in our partnership.
CBGF in one word is agility.
Fantastic.
Authentic.
Fair.
Refreshing.
Patient.
Straightforward.
Unique.
Growth.
Amazing.
Supportive.
Integrity.
Opportunity.
Awesome people.
Entrepreneur friendly. It's actually 2 words, but close enough.
Supportive partner. I know that's 2 words.
Fiable.
The true partner.
If you're an ambitious entrepreneur with bold plans for growth for your Canadian mid-market business and are looking for a patient, strategic minority capital partner, we would love to hear from you. Let's think big together.